my name is Sarah Plante. I am a digital marketing expert. I have over 20 years in digital marketing. In the last 9 years, primarily I've been focusing my efforts in Amazon services to help small to large companies. I've been on Upwork for a while, and that's where most of my clients come from, and then referrals from them. And over the years, I've gained a lot of knowledge with Amazon. And I did start working with companies, like I was actual employees for specific companies, helping them at, working in the Amazon side of things, and really learned a lot. I learned a ton from my actual brand owner that was on the Amazon side. And I got to meet them. I got to go to Amazon's headquarters in Seattle. And that was probably the best experience I've ever had. Really got to hone in on just the way that they run things and why. And also, my brand owner, he was amazing. He had been there for 8 years prior. He helped me understand the algorithm, understand all the nuances to Amazon, and just how their algorithm works. You might have heard of the flywheel. Once it starts moving, there's a number of factors involved in how you get your listings to show up in search. There isn't just one thing, it is a recipe. And, over the years, I've learned of how to excel these listings, sometimes successfully, sometimes not. It's not always 100% for me. I can only advise and consult at ways that I know how. One thing that I've worked in that was more challenging than the rest is with authors. KDP is a completely different platform than the retail section, so seller and vendor. They're all different, but I would say authors have the most challenging, there has the most challenging way. The KDP platform, it doesn't run like the same with seller and vendor, and it is very challenging to even get any kind of success out of it, and that is a learning curve for me always. And so with that, one of my clients had said, Sarah, you know so much, I think you should do a tutorial. You can use my account, go right ahead, and so you can share your knowledge with people. She said, I would pay for your tutorials to go back and learn. And it's probably taken me over a year to actually get the guts to do this. So with that, I'm going to start with a series of how tutorials. I will adjust as I get feedback. That's how I'm going to run these videos, because I don't know what's going to work, what's not going to work. Until I get feedback from people. Every account that I work in, they all are different. They all are in different categories, and their ads run differently. The one thing, though, is true is you'll see scale at different levels. So week over week, as I'm running these tutorials, you'll see that complexity and how I go about optimizing towards ROAS. That's always, whether you run in ROAS or you measure an ACoS, it's all the same, right? It is the invert of the other. So it doesn't matter as long as that is performing to your KPIs or your goals. That's all that matters. And everybody is different. So with that said, my tutorials are going to be broken up by different things, right? So one's going to be setting up listings. Another is variating listings, optimizing campaigns from start to finish, meaning it was a clean slate. There were no previous campaigns, and now there is, and we're moving forward with that. So that's going to be a week over week thing. And so that's going to run a little bit differently. And like, here's how you set up listing. Here's how you vary listing. And then new to Amazon, basically, I'm just going to do a quick 5-minute, here's the basics for making sure that your account is meeting all the criteria once you create your account. You're pretty much signing your life away. And when you sign up for Amazon, right, you provide your EIN, you provide your bank accounts, you provide your credit cards. They all need to know that, and they all need to match the name that you're giving on your EIN. So these are things that people don't think about, especially if you're a white label, that your EIN needs to match that, your account, basically. And if it doesn't, you're going to run into all sorts of issues, especially with brand registry. And I'm running into that with a client right now. I can't get their brand registry approved. So because the EIN's different, and also the way that they set up their trademark is not by Amazon best practice. So there are issues that you could run into if you're not aware. So that new to basics is going to be covering a little bit of that. I can't obviously show everything due to privacy clause, of course, with my clients, but I can give you these tips and tricks basically. And of course, you can DM me, email me, find me on questions. I also want to mention that if you are working in any 3P platforms such as Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, those are entirely different and work, and as I've learned, completely different platforms and advise you to do completely different things. And I've ran into clients where that's where they work in, and a lot of the consulting methods that I use, or the methods that I use in my everyday, don't necessarily mirror that. And for instance, I had a client, the platform they showed me with when entering in listings, the back end keywords was not an important part. Basically, uh, they were advised whatever your key keywords are of the product should go into your title, and not to be duplicated in your back end keywords or the generic keywords. That is not the way I've ever been told. And in Amazon or Seller Central or Vendor, you put your product keywords in there. I was told that title is for organic, like the algorithm. One of my old bosses, he worked for Amazon and told me how the algorithm was built. So title features are all important in organic. Basically, the advertising pulls from back-end keywords in your category. The algorithm reads the first 3 keywords in your title. It reads from your features as well. So you're working with organic, and then you're also working with advertising. From my knowledge, automatic campaign is derived and works off of your back end keywords. So and the category that you're in. So if you're in the wrong category, you're going to pull in keywords that are not relevant, and you're going to spend on those. So just keep that in mind. The reason why I know this still holds true is the fact that when I get started with clients, if I can't get it to scale, then I know there's a back end keyword issue. Typically, there won't be any back end keywords. It's missing. So the minute I enter those keywords, then my campaign starts to perform better. My ROAS is better. It's scalable. So this is a method. This is a rule that I've always followed in the last 9 years. But I've been questioned by it, and that's fine. I'm here to offer these methods and this know-how. So I just want to make sure that I do note that in here for you. All right.